Well, let's try and play a game of blitz chess. So we'll pick 3 minutes and 5 minutes, so we get 3 straight away. So a quicker game for this one, so good luck. Okay. Let's try and challenge for the center ground. 1 or 2. Let's go up 1. Okay. Now, what do we want to do? Let's guard the bishop and try and release the queen somewhere. Okay. Come up, just hit the pawn. I'm looking at knight up or taking. I don't know if any are either. Any are that good enough, but bishop back might be a nuisance. Yeah, pawn down first, logical. So, knight back, knight in, across, bishop back. That's a bit of a technical problem, isn't it? Let's go forward this way then. I might sack a pawn here, take this and then this if he trades. Go this way first, and then the queen will be here, he'll take, but if I take it, mind you, if I take here, that's just the same, and you'll have to take the bishop. I mean, I guess you can go back, but you just take the bishop. Now we can take the knight, you'll have to drop back. Just as I see bishop back, which he sees. So let's just drop back and maybe push a pawn. Just trying to break out of the cramped position that we've gotten into. Comes forward, wow. I might as well push the pawn on. I guess I can take and queen takes. He's seen all the good moves. I guess I'm committed though, so I'll do it. No, I don't think I can get my queen up realistically first. I'll just develop the knight and put the bishop somewhere. But can I go here now? Because then, yeah, I think you've blundered there. I think that's a blunder, because if you en passant, the bishop hangs. Now, maybe it might turn into be a good move, like an accidental blunder. Or a blunder in disguise, let's just see. It's not a move right now, but it could become one. Yeah, it goes across to hit the queen. But that could become a problem, couldn't it? So let's drop back here, try and develop the bishop arm just to hit the queen or to become a blockade. We can just get rid of this pawn. It feels like we're doing well. Okay, let's develop then. Oh, it goes for a trade. I didn't think that would be the case. So now we offer the queen trade, we hit the pawn. Pawn pushes. So gain a queen, lose a rook and make a new queen. Come back. Then that's... no, I don't think that can be right, can it? Let's just come across. And I might have to take with a pawn. If I go with the rook, you can maybe crash down. Rook back to block. Rook takes, or knight. I guess I've got knight takes, maybe. It feels like I'm doing alright, but am I? I'm looking at knight across, I'm looking at queen back. I think queen back is probably cleanest. But again, queen takes, rook takes. Yeah, that's actually a mistake from me. Let's play knight across. Queen back, I think you had queen takes there. I might be wrong. Don't think I'll sack here, but let's just see. Oh, queen goes back. Can't I take now? Am I missing something? Knight. Yeah, the knight just simply falls, doesn't it? There's no upside. Guess we have to come back. How do I figure this out? Put queen back. Oh, comes with a rook. Okay, let's go forward, because we're getting very low on time now. We do hit the pawn. Okay. I'm going to try and come back from round the back. If we can just get rid of this pawn, it's just a case of them being quick enough. Or not, as the case may be. But there's always queen takes at any moment. Right, so check back. I'm setting up knight check potentially here. Oh, it's traded. We just need this pawn. Right, time to sack. It's come down to the clock, but it felt like a decent game, didn't it? Let's see what it was in engine language. Right, we've got the game ready to import into Lichess now, so we'll just request an analysis, import the game. Excuse me. We're black for this one, so just click the menu button and flip the board, and you can see it from the black point of view. It doesn't normally take too long to do this. Sometimes it's a little busier than others, but not normally too long. Yeah, so it is completely flatline level at the end there. It's just come down, purely down to the clock. Very much up and down here though, so we've been much better and blundered it away. So what did we do here? I mean, we can still wait for this to populate, of course. Oh, we've been better for quite a bit actually. And then we've managed to blunder it away in the end, getting low on time. Oh, we're worse out the opening. This is what you want to learn from. So very much an up and down game, so the figures won't be very impressive. What is it? 83% versus 80%, CPL 45-46. So if we go wrong in the opening here, we get a bit too bogged down, a bit too cramped. So let's just flick through. And we're just keeping an eye on the eval there, which we can see. You can also see in the graph here as well. So where do we actually go wrong? We're just starting to go wrong here. We're a bit too bogged down. So that was, it's not flagged as a mistake or a blunder, but it's starting to feel like it, because white's just getting better and better here. Knight up was an inaccuracy. Actually, was it? It's not flagged as one, actually, is it? No. Bishop takes e4 is flagged, but it's still +2 nearly for white there, so quite a bit better. Should have taken the bishop there, and then I should have taken the bishop here. Well, I wonder if there's a way to trap the knight. Take, knight takes. We might end up getting a move like g5 or something eventually down the line. Maybe. So we should have played bishop takes, knight takes, take the bishop, and then the knight's suddenly short of squares, but I guess you can play g3. Engine recommends f4. So this is the line, but unless you see the whole entire line, obviously, you often don't play the moves, so it is what it is. So I'm just flicking through here to this point, and this is where it changes. Queen here is a blunder. Queen here is the best move. And it makes a difference, and suddenly we're 1.3 better. So we played this okay, got the piece. Should not have played bishop e6. We should have just played the nice simple rook across here to go straight after the pawn. But this is still okay, and then we end up, if we jump along and jump along, in this position we've blundered it back to level. So queen to g4 we should not have done. We should have played the queen back to e7 and just again go straight after the pawn. And maybe there's not a lot you can do to defend it. Maybe you can go across there. Can you just take maybe? That's what we should have done. Yeah, so this is what we should have played. This is the engine line here. We get that annoying pawn. We've got the extra knight, and that's how we should have played it, and we're better. So again, we've gone all around the angles there, and we've not really gained anything. Queen across we should have played instead of centralizing here. Okay, so we're still level though. Then there's a mistake here. That's a blunder. Now we're better again. And we end up in this position. What are we? 4.5, and we've blundered it back to level. Oh, I just missed that. We've got knight forward hitting the two rooks. I just missed it. So knight to d5 hits the two rooks, and it basically just wins the game on the spot, doesn't it? And we missed it, and we actually blundered it back to level just through these moves. We should not have taken there. That's a mistake this time. We should have played king across first to hit the rook, so lots of mistakes this game. But obviously we were both getting very low on time, so I was just playing the clock at the end, and then the times have lapsed here when it's actually a level position. But it was a decent game though.